And I apologize for all people having to navigate the accounting on this. You need to be like a CFA or PhD or at this point, or having grown up at banks to understand this stuff. But SoFi has said, look, we've done secondary market transactions to validate the marks on our books. Have they not? Why aren't those marks sufficient?
So I think that there's obviously very important nuances to that, because every loan should be valued independently and separately. So loan A and loan B are not the same. One thing that we do know, if you look at their portfolio, if you look at some of the loans that they've securitized, the loans that they're selling, or at least they've securitized, have had yields of about 14.5%. The yields on the balance sheet have effectively flatlined, plus or minus a few basis points the last few quarters at 13.8%. So what's clear is that the last few quarters they've been originating loans with, based on my assumptions, about 14.5% average coupons, but the yield is not increasing on their portfolio. And what that implies is that they're actually selling newer loans that have realized less of their lifetime cash flows and have a higher yield. So when we're comparing the two loans, just because you sell a loan at 105 or 106 that has different characteristics does not mean that the other loan that's on the balance sheet is worth the same amount.
You could sell a newly issued vintage of loans at a higher price because it's less seasoned, hasn't gone through the J curve of losses, and they're charging a higher coupon, higher credit quality. But it'd be wrong to imply that the loans on the back book deserve the same valuation. I think the other thing is, it's worth asking, like, how many of these secondary market transactions have happened relative to the size of the portfolio? Is it material?
I think that's a relevant question. And there's even more beyond that. There is some loss absorption by SoFi on the back end, and those can be structured in a variety of ways. But what's difficult to tell is that included in their framework or not, or is that a separate thing that doesn't really impact the analysis of the loan price or the loan value at transaction? That's very complicated. Then if they're also lending at 6.2% for the last couple of quarters, I would argue that below where the market is pricing similar securities.